Gotta get more followers.
Everyone, welcome to the video. So I this morning wasn't planning on making this video, but there was a perfect example of the catch-up trade. So I didn't record my screen. I was trading on my laptop, but what I did do was just grab screen captures along the way. So it's kind of effectively the same thing as if I was recording a video and pausing it every few seconds anyways to explain what I was seeing. So I'm going to walk you through the trade through screen captures. If you have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about when I mention the catch-up, if you go to my website, I put up a free futures course back in December 2021, so like 8 months ago. And on page 4, I put my playbook. And these are still the exact same setups I use to this day. And one of the, probably the most popular one is called the Catchup, where I trade the Ultrabond. The Ultrabond is kind of out of sync with the other treasuries, and I'm looking for it to catch up, and that I'm playing off that correlation. Now, a lot of times this kind of parlays itself into a break high or break low, because if you do it, and I think I have those right here as my second trades, and this trade today is exactly that. So first it's a catch up, and then it continues to break low. So let's get through the trade again. I'm sorry, it's through screen captures. I was trading my laptop. As you can see here, it was 6:17 a.m. And yeah, this will be my one trade for the day, but it worked out so well that I did want to capture it, and not just because it was profitable, but because it was like a fantastic setup again. And I think when I see people comment things like, I watch the treasuries every day, and I don't see these setups. I don't know why, because they do kind of happen every single day for the most part. So maybe it's the type of thing. So this trade takes all of 10 minutes. So if you don't catch it at the right time, you might just miss it, and you would have no idea that it kind of happened. So let's start with my screen captures here. As you can see, it's 6:17, and I think in about 10 minutes this trade is finished, and it's about a 413 tick winner, something to that effect, not to ruin the surprise too much. But here you have the 10 years, and again, this is my laptop, so I actually just do a little bit of a more condensed version of my desktop, so I don't even look at the 30 years. I just have the 10 years up and the Ultrabond. I will mention too, I'm trading my own account in this example, and just for kicks, when we get to the final last screen or two, I actually unhide part of my account number, only because I don't want anyone to ever say, oh, you're just trading on sim, and you just waited until this happened so you could, no, like this is my actual own account, this is real money. Also, quick aside, I'm going to do another video today just about the different deals that are going on, but I kind of want this video to just be about this catch-up. But I will mention, quickly, if you're watching this, I will be trading my Trade Day account again starting next week and putting up videos and all of that. So here we go. 10 years are at, they're dead at their low right here. Ultrabond trading up here, well off their low. So I went short at 09. Already a few ticks in the good when I said, you know what, I should try to document this in some way. And I've put on a 4-tick stop loss right here. So let's move to the next. So that's kind of the setup. So we've got a lot of travel room here to get to its low. So when I say the correlation, I don't have the 30 years up here, but I suspect it's typically, in my experience, the 30 years and the 10 years, and I don't look at the 5s or anything else, do stay together a little bit better. And then the Ultrabond is the one that gets a little out of whack. So right now, let's pretend, it doesn't really matter, honestly, because I don't have it up on my screen, but the 10 years are at their low. They've been moving low, expecting this to push through and expecting the Ultrabond to kind of wake up and catch up to it and then possibly break low. So let's move on to the next screen. So this was just a minute later. You do see this broke low, so let's just pop back. So right here it was trading at 000, and I'm looking at the 10 years here. So it's moved down 2 more ticks effectively in the last minute. And look at this, we're already starting to get this move down in the Ultrabond. I've moved my stop to a 1-tick take profit. So again, I'm short at 09. I have my stop here at 08. Also, I realized, guys, I'll just point out, I don't have my P&L on here. I honestly don't trade with my P&L on the screen when I'm not purposely making a video. And the reason is, I mean, actually, that's a whole different aside lesson. Maybe I should make a video on it. It allows you to just focus on the trade. You're not seeing dollar signs over here. You're not saying, oh, this is $125 and this is $600. It just lets you kind of work the trade based on the merits of the trade itself without getting too caught up on how much money it is. So that's why, and I do highly recommend that to anyone who, it's a bit of an adjustment to do that. And I realize in trader evaluations, sometimes you kind of have to know where you're at, as far as like if it was against you and stuff, but that's a whole aside. Let's move on to the next one. So now we're a few seconds later, and it's continued to push. You can just see here. So this inside black column is the sells, sell, sell, sell. And it's not taking a lot of contracts to march this down. So if we recall, the 10 years started up here, they're down about 4 ticks. But right here in the Ultrabond, I'm down, or I'm profitable 8 ticks. So this is part of the reason why I trade the Ultrabond. You get the most bang for your buck, both on per tick value and on just distance. I keep saying travels, it's moved 8 ticks. This has moved 4 ticks. So, all it takes is a few ticks over here to kind of multiplier effect itself over here on the Ultrabond. So one other thing worth pointing out is this is breaking its low, right? Like it was at its low at 0.0. And again, I'm talking about the 10 years. I really do use the 10 years quite a bit more, and I'm just executing the trades on the Ultrabond. So it's moved down 4 ticks, but it's breaking it slow, right? Low, 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 low. Well, now we're definitely in the catch-up mode. We're still kind of in catch-up mode because, we're not at our low yet, but we really made up a lot of distance. And now we're starting to think about, okay, possible break low. I've moved my trailing stop a few more ticks. I'm giving it some space to play. If it starts to stall, I'll close this in a little bit. I also have a take profit set, and I always typically set it a few ticks below the previous low. And the reason is just in case you get one of those flash, it happens sometimes where it'll spike down, we would get hit here, and then it'll work its way back up. You see that sometimes, and I just kind of want to maximize that. I will manage this take profit as well. It's not static. It's not like I put that on and just cross my fingers and hope that it hits. I'm managing my stop loss and my take profit. So on the next slide, again, just like 30 seconds later, I'm not sure that much else has changed here. The 10 years have just kind of slightly backed off. They're low. Doesn't look like too much else has changed. Let me see. I might have moved my stop. 04. Yeah, so I moved my stop loss down 2 more ticks. So we're locking in this profit here. I'm trading 4 contracts in the Ultrabond, which is, if we want to use round numbers, is $125 a tick if you do want to know the dollar value. So let me just go back to this one. So I moved my stop loss down here on 2 ticks. That's why I took that screenshot. Tried to have a purpose for each screenshot. Moved it down, I believe even further, right? Yep, 04. So then here we are, just, the next minute, I've moved it down to 02. So now we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ticks to the good. If it backs up and hits my stop, we're profitable 7 ticks, which is phenomenal for the Ultrabond. You still see the 10 years over here just hanging out here, but so now we're kind of caught up. The caught up is complete, if you will. If you recall, again, I only said it about 5 minutes ago, but the 10 years worked their low, and they're down about 4 or 5 ticks. The Ultrabond, ignore my stop, started at 09 when I entered this trade, and now has caught up, and we're down here, like a full 10 ticks. 11 ticks, whatever it is, 11 ticks, I think. That's the catch-up. That's like the catch-up explained, and it happened in 3 minutes. So you kind of have to be ready to jump in on it when you see the setup. If I had joined, say I'd gone short here and it moved a tick or 2 against me, that's the time to get out, because maybe it's just not ready to catch up. So there you go. But let's continue on, because now this kind of, like I said, it parlays itself into a break low. Now we're thinking break low dynamics, The other thing I've done here is I've moved my take profit even further down. It had moved, again, within the last minute even, it had marched down several ticks. So if you get one of those spikes, again, I want to capitalize it, and I'll manage both of these. Next screenshot. Let me just back up. I always forget. So I moved my take profit down 1 more tick here to 01. We're really getting close to the lows here. All right, I think that's all that kind of happened there. So our stops at 01 stayed here. So I took a few screenshots in here because I thought this was probably the end of the road. It was bouncing around here. I was going to be totally fine with that. So it would have just been a catch up, and trade would have ended, and then that would have been it. But I'm going to continue on because they do have several more screenshots because we don't get taken out. So here you see continues to move down. 10 years continue to move down. This did not take me out, obviously, and just continues to move down. So now we're even more ticks in the good. So at this point, and I am just going to back up here, just a screenshot or two. So look, we're at 2.8, which is way down here. Just a minute or two ago, I'm looking at two different screenshots here. So about a minute and a half ago, we were trading up here at 0.0. In this next screenshot, we're down at 2.8. So we broke the low, and I've accordingly moved my stop as well. Let's see, and I have my take profit down here. So now we're breaking lows. So let's continue on. So right here, trading at 2.8. And now you see at this screen, this is the next screen. Oops, sorry guys, I kind of goofed that up. It's down to 2.6, 2.526 is the price level when I say that. I've moved my stop loss to 2.8. So now we're many ticks in the good. And I don't think I've touched my take profit. At this point, I'm kind of trailing it a bit more. Let's see. Let's move on to the next one. So now it's, this is kind of similar. You see again, it's, over here we're at our lows. We're seeing some buying pressure here on the 10 years with the 273. But still, all intents and purposes, remember, 10 years started up here. So this is a fairly substantial move for the 10 years. And of course, for the Ultrabond. Now, at this point, you can't even see my entry price because it was 09, and it's like up here off the screen, which is always a good sign. So let's continue on, guys. I only have two more screenshots. So right now, we're at 2.8, and the price is at 2.5. So, I mean, here I was just kind of taking screenshots because it had felt like it had kind of stalled. So I figured we were probably going to be out of this trade here momentarily. And I believe I only have one more screenshot, so we do get taken out. So I didn't touch the stop at any more at this point. So we do get taken out at 2.8. So this one, you can see the trade is off. I don't have my brackets anymore. You can't really see the entry, but you see realized P&L is, almost $1,500. And I mentioned at the beginning of the video, just so to show this wasn't sim or something, you can see up here where it says, UB09-NT8-25 and 4 stars. That's my account number, is 25 star. So not the sim account. So it's currently 6:27 when this got out. We got in, I'll just go back to the very first screenshot. We got in at 17. So quite literally a 10-minute trade, $1,400 or $1,500 winner. Not too bad, trading 4 lots on the Ultrabond, and that's how my 6:17 to 6:27 a.m. went this morning. And there you go, guys. So the point of this video isn't to show off and say, hey, look at me, I made $1,500. The point of the video is to show you that the catch-up works, and it does happen pretty much every single day. So, I think you got to be ready to jump on it. Obviously, like I said, that like if you were to just join the action right now, say you start up your computer, start looking at the depth of the market, you'd look at this and go, look, they're trading in sync. Both are trading kind of just off of their lows. Yeah, but the last 10 minutes, there was a huge catch-up, not only a huge catch-up, but also a break low. So you really do kind of have to watch and wait for those setups. They're not going to happen like, time after time, but when they do set themselves up, it works out fairly well. So that is it for this video, guys. I'm going to fire off one more video, and then I am off to do vacation-y type of stuff. I want to thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.
Thank you.